there's no escaping the night. Let's talk about Werewolf by Night. As this does continue in MCU's Phase 4, as this was the first special presentation on Disney+, and this one was definitely a huge standout as it was directed by Michael Giacchino, who composes a lot of the MCU movies, as this is a horror fantasy set in the MCU. But with this, it is about on a dark and somber night, a secret cabal of monster hunters emerges as they gather in the Bloodstone temple after the death of their leader. In this strange memorial to honor the leader's life, the attendees must hunt this creature for a powerful relic, in which it brings them face to face with this monster. And what was amazing about this is that it takes inspiration from horror films from the 30s and 40s, as the original version of this was in black and white, and then a year later they released a version of it in color. But with how this was, it was brutal and brilliant. As with this, it does star Gael Garcia Bernal as Jack Russell, who becomes the werewolf. And he was super great in the role, because seeing him as Jack, he's like this nice guy who turns into this savage werewolf that will pretty much rip you apart. But just the makeup, the prosthetics on the werewolf just looked brilliant. I don't know if it was Gael playing both roles, but if it was him, he definitely did a great job in this. But also we do have Laura Donnelly as Elsa Bloodstone. It was cool to see Elsa Bloodstone join the MCU in this, and I do believe that Laura did great in the role. Such a badass in this. And alongside them, we have Man-Thing. The prosthetics and the CGI on Man-Thing looked really good. Well, also his name is Ted. But just the dynamics between Man-Thing and Jack Russell was great. And with this, there is suspense throughout it, but yet seeing how the monsters are, well, with Werewolf by Night, with Man-Thing, was just amazing. Like, it does expand, like, the lore of the monsters in the MCU pretty much, as we do see references to other monsters. And we already know there are vampires somewhere in the MCU, as they were mentioned in the TVA in Loki Season 1. So it just makes the viewer just want to see more of this side in the MCU. Because there's just moments in this that could get bloody, but then again, it's black and white, so you don't really see the blood. Maybe in the colored version. I have not seen the colored version. I just mostly stick to the black and white version when I rewatch this. But with just the style of this, like I mentioned before, it taking inspiration from the 1930s and 40s horror films. The cinematography, the suspense, the prosthetics, the style, and it being in the Marvel Universe, I do believe that Michael Giacchino did great with that. And I want to see more of this in the MCU. I want to see more of the monster spooky side. Bring in Moon Knight, bring in Ghost Rider. Give us Midnight Suns. I would love to see more of Werewolf by Night. Overall, with Werewolf by Night, this was such a great special presentation for the Marvel Universe. A great addition to the MCU's Phase 4. And I just hope they do a lot more with this. But have you seen Werewolf by Night? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below and follow me for more.